Chess is more than a game. It's a strategic battle, reflecting tactics of warfare. To understand it, let's begin with the basics. The rules are simple. 2 players, one with white pieces and one with black, face off on a square board. Each player starts with 16 pieces. A king, a queen, 2 rooks, 2 knights, 2 bishops, and 8 pawns. The objective? To checkmate your opponent's king, trapping it so that no matter where it moves, it would be under attack. A straightforward goal, but achieving it requires strategic thinking and anticipation of your opponent's moves. Each type of piece moves in a distinct way, and understanding these movements is key to your strategy. The unique features of each piece allow for complex maneuvers and tactics that make every game of chess a new challenge. As we delve deeper, it's essential to understand chess's historical roots. Like many great things, chess has a rich and complex past, originating over 1,500 years ago in northern India. Chess was initially called chaturanga, a Sanskrit word referring to the 4 divisions of a military: infantry, cavalry, elephants, and chariotry, represented by the pawn, knight, bishop, and rook, respectively. The game spread through Persia, and after the Islamic conquests, it took root in the Muslim world, where it was modified into a form close to what we know today. When Moors conquered Spain, chess came to Europe, further evolving over the centuries. It's fascinating how chess has stood the test of time, evolving with societies, surviving upheavals, and yet, at its core, it remains a test of strategic prowess and mental agility. Let's take a step back and look at chess as a representation of society and leadership. This may sound lofty, but you'll see what I mean. Consider the king, the most important piece on the board. Yet its movements are limited, reflecting how leaders, while they have authority, often have limited options due to the pressures of their position. The queen, the most powerful piece, represents the influence and versatility a leader should possess. She can move in any direction, demonstrating the need for a leader to adapt and react to changing circumstances. The rooks, knights, and bishops each have their unique movements and roles. Like different sectors or departments in an organization or society, they have to work in coordination to achieve the common goal: protecting the king. Lastly, the pawns, the smallest pieces, yet they form the majority on the board, embodying the masses or the working class. Their forward movement symbolizes the progressive drive of society. Chess also provides a masterclass in strategic thinking and planning. The game forces us to think several moves ahead, anticipating our opponent's responses and planning our strategy accordingly. Imagine the board as a battlefield and the pieces as your forces. Each decision you make can bring you one step closer to victory or lead you to defeat. The stakes are high, just like in real-life decisions. In chess, there's a saying, a bad plan is better than no plan at all. The game rewards those who think proactively, strategize, and constantly adapt their plan based on the evolving situation. This is a lesson that can be applied far beyond the chessboard, extending into the realms of decision-making, risk management, and even leadership. However, it's not all just about strategy and planning. Chess is as much a game of patience and temperament as it is about tactical acuity. You can have the best laid plans, but if you lack patience or get easily frustrated, your game can quickly crumble. The game encourages players to stay calm under pressure, remain focused, and practice patience. It's like a lesson in emotional intelligence and self-regulation. 2 key factors that are crucial not only in chess but in life. especially when faced with challenging circumstances. Again, this extends beyond the game itself. Whether it's managing a team, negotiating a deal, or handling a personal crisis. These are skills that are incredibly useful in real-world scenarios. Now, let's talk about another critical aspect of chess: the value of sacrificing. Sometimes, you must be willing to give up something to gain a larger advantage. In the game of chess, this could mean sacrificing a knight or a bishop to create a strategic advantage. It's about understanding the bigger picture and making calculated decisions. This teaches us about the importance of strategy and the ability to think ahead, to look beyond the immediate loss and see the potential benefits. Such is life, where we often have to make sacrifices for the greater good, or to achieve our goals. It might be time, resources, or even personal comfort. But the reward, often, it's a step closer to our aspirations. But what if you find yourself on the receiving end of a sacrifice? It's an unnerving position to be in, especially if you hadn't anticipated it. In chess, the other player might sacrifice a piece unexpectedly, leaving you in a sudden state of uncertainty. But remember, it's not necessarily a loss for you. It could just be a part of their strategy, which may or may not work in their favor in the long run. It's essential to remain focused and adaptable, ready to modify your game plan if necessary. Similarly, in life, surprises and unexpected twists can come our way. They can catch us off guard and cause us to question our plans and decisions. But as with chess, remaining adaptable and willing to adjust is a key part of navigating these situations successfully. It is in this process of strategic adjustment that we often discover our true strength. We find out how resilient and innovative we can be when faced with unexpected situations. In a game of chess, when your opponent surprises you, it forces you to think outside of your initial strategy. You're compelled to reassess your position, develop new strategies, and execute a different game plan. Similarly, in life, when unexpected situations arise, they prompt us to look at things from a different perspective. This is where growth happens. We adapt, innovate, and overcome, and often, we emerge stronger than we were before. But the path to finding that inner strength isn't always smooth. In fact, it's usually the opposite. Just as a mountain climber faces countless challenges on the way to the peak, so do we in our journey through life. This is where the concept of adaptability comes into play. It's about making the best out of the situation, turning challenges into opportunities, learning from failures, and using that knowledge to adapt and evolve. The key is to remain resilient, to keep pushing, to keep growing. With each step forward, with each challenge overcome, we become a little stronger, a little more capable, and a whole lot more experienced. So next time you're faced with a difficult situation, remember that it's an opportunity for growth. It's a chance to prove to yourself just how strong and capable you really are. So, we've talked about the challenges. But what about when we reach our goals? Success is a peak, a high point. But what comes after that? Some might consider it the end, a time to relax and enjoy the view. But in reality, it's another beginning, a chance to set new goals, to challenge ourselves again, to keep climbing. So let's embrace the climb. After all, it's not just about reaching the top. It's about the journey, the experience, the lessons learned. It's about who we become on the way up. Don't let the fear of falling prevent you from flying. Instead, use it as a driving force. Learn, grow, and above all, keep climbing. So, as we come to the end of this journey, remember this: Success isn't a destination. It's an ongoing journey. The beauty of life lies not in the heights we reach but in the climb. It's about the progress we make, the lessons we learn, and the people we become in the process. So keep climbing, keep learning, keep growing, because the journey, my friends, is where life truly happens. Thank you for joining me today. Until our paths cross again, keep climbing.